Carol was talking to me now. Now then, it's the time... Oh, it's always you, isn't it, Carol? And even if it wasn't, we blame her anyway. Now, it's the time of the week when we take a look at the dilemmas that have been sent to the nation's agony aunts. It's in our feature, If I Were You. So, first up, writing to Jane O'Gorman in The Star, a woman poses the following dilemma. She's recently started a new relationship and her partner has already uttered those 3 little words, I love you. And it's clear he expects her to say it back, but she's not sure if she does love him yet. So, if you were her... Zoe, what would you do? Would you say I love you back just to...
If I were her, I would say, oh, that's really sweet, lovely, make him feel nice, but you know what, you must never say those 3 words if you don't really mean it. They're the most important 3 words in life, I think. So, no, just fluff over it, but don't make him feel like, oh, she so doesn't love me back.
Yeah.
Don't you think, Carol?
Well, yeah, well, there's 3 things you can do, I think, right? The first one is if he says, I love you, and you don't really feel like you want to say it, just say, thanks. That always does it. Or, I mean, I personally, I think if you don't sort of feel it at the same time, then, I don't know, it's all a bit... Because when people say I love you and it's too soon, you know, what can you say? I mean, the only thing to do, really, is be honest, is just say, no, you don't, it's too early, now put a sock in it. You know what I mean?
And I don't think the relationship ever recovers from that, when someone said it first and you don't feel it and then he said it, and I think you always feel you've got the upper hand.
Yeah, you can't just say it.
I think if it's usually said in the heat of passion, isn't it? When you... I don't know why I keep looking at you, Carol.
No, I don't know why.
It first starts off. And so it's usually in the heat of passion. I just think I'd just snog him back without saying anything. I wouldn't say anything back, just to avoid it. I just,
I think it's embarrassing anyway. I mean, I think it's really difficult. I think I might say, well, let's just have a banoffee pie and think about it. Because I love banoffee pie. I love you, banoffee pie. That's what I'd say. But when I was married, you know how you get glibly, like you always go, love you, love you, love you. And one day, the postman came to the door, opened the door, took a package, and I went, love you. Shut the door, and I went, just told the postman I love you, so it can be,
Well, you shouldn't say it too much.
No, it can be very
end up saying it to everybody.
It's like take care, isn't it, which people ladle around all over the place, and they couldn't care less if you walked under a bus. And if you say, love you too much, it's... Well, they do. I hate people who hardly know you go, take care. And, you know, they don't care if you take care or not.
I did know a guy who rang me up and he did say, I love you, you know. I went, yeah, I know, bye, see you next week then. I know, it's hard.
Shall we move on to our next, If I Were You? Well, next up, a woman has told the Mirror's Miriam Stoppard that her daughter wants a horse for her 16th birthday. They live near wealthy friends who have horses, and the girl's grandparents have said they'll pay for the horse. But the woman explains that her daughter is moody and short-tempered of late. So should she let her daughter have that horse?
Now, listen to me. I think that a horse is a very good idea because it'll keep her away from sex. Because if they've got a horse, they won't bother with boys.
No, you're wrong.
No, it's true. Listen, I've had a horse most of my life. I haven't got one now. And then I haven't got a man either, so I don't quite what... But anyway, I just think it teaches them discipline, it teaches them caring about welfare for an animal, the responsibility of a creature like that, you know. If you monitor them and make them realise what they've got, I think it would teach them a lot.
Yeah, but my best friend had one. She had a horse at school. Maybe her mum bought hers to keep away from men. She ended up sleeping with a stable boy, so... You know who you are, darling. But no, you see, now if it was me, the generous side, spoily side of me would want to go, oh, you know, have it, yeah, you know, just, we'll think about it. But first of all, you've got to do certain, you know, things, like Jake wants some sort of PlayStation-y thing, and I've made him a little chart, and he's got to have 10 good boy stars. So I think she should learn. She has to do something in return. You can't just have everything you want. Although I do like to give and spoil. So, but I think that would be the answer for me. If I were you, make her do something, some chores. My son was cleaning out the car and mowing the lawn on Sunday, and he's 8.
Yeah, well, if I were you, I'd tell her to get on her bike, not her horse, and get out and get a paper round or something, or a supermarket shelf-stacking job to save up the money for a horse if she wants it that much. And then she can learn all about looking after it. And I just think it teaches her to be spoilt, just giving her a horse. I just wouldn't do that. Wouldn't do it.
It's, you know, you say, you know, teach her discipline and how to... It's a horse, not a hamster. It's a horse. Do you know how much horses cost? OK, so our rich friends up the road have got horses. I want a horse.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I would just say no. If I were you, just say no. Just say no.
Just say no.
You're right. If you want a horse, buy your own blimmin' horse. Go out to work, because they cost an absolute fortune.
Well, she wants a hamster then.
Oh, well, it's different,
She
isn't
can save up for that too, and then
save up
she'll
for that.
appreciate it more. It's like that Veruca Salt in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I want this, and I want that, and I want... And the more she got, the more she wanted something else.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Right, and finally, Miriam's had another letter from a woman who loves her boyfriend. The trouble is, he doesn't care about his appearance, and when they go out together, she makes all the effort while he constantly dresses down. She knows it's a bit shallow, but she can't fancy him when she hates the way he dresses that much. So, would you make him change his appearance?
Yeah.
What would you do?
Well,
How would you
firstly,
do
I wouldn't
that?
be out with a scruffy, stinky man. And I think that if he had to go somewhere where he needed to dress up and he didn't have it, then I'd go and buy it for him, lay it on the bed and go, darling, you look fabulous in that. Get it on. Let's go.
But that's a little bit controlling. I did go out with a guy once that just had the worst dress sense, and in fact his clothes were all too small. He just wore them till he was like, you know, since he was about from 18 to the age of 32.
So he had short trousers on.
They were too short. No, everything was too small and way too tight. And, you know, I very, very politely said to him, we're going shopping, and I threw all his clothes in the bin.
Sorry, and I'm controlling. And I'm controlling.
Controlling at all. No, we went shopping. He chose everything. I didn't buy everything, put it on the bed and go, here, darling, you look lovely in this. I said, come on, let's go shopping. And I helped him out, actually. He thanked me for it.
Good.
Yes, because he began to look like a grown-up.
And there's nothing nicer than a man in a suit, is there?
And he looked really, really good. Actually, when I first met Mark, I did make him buy a dinner suit.
See?
You know, we go to quite a lot of functions where you need to have a...
To be fair, though, Mark looks great in a like you, in a paper bag. I mean, you put, honest to God, he's so gorgeous. It won't matter if you haven't got anything
in a paper
on.
bag.
Well, I'm not telling you.
Yeah. You sure it wasn't on your head?
Do you think it matters, Sherry? What would you do? Would you
Oh,
change his
no,
ways?
the thing is, if he's a scruffy creature anyway, he's not going to change, is he? Is there a difference between scruffy and grungy?
Yeah, grungy's quite stylish. I like grungy.
Do you?
Yes, I like grungy.
That's all scruffy.
But you like
Is
Johnny
it?
Depp. He's a bit grungy.
Is he grungy?
He's
Oh, well, I
grungy.
like it then.
It's that dirty sort of look.
I just don't know what it is. So I like
He
it.
scrubs up all right, though. You know, sometimes you've got to scrub up. There's certain things you go to where it's disrespectful not to dress up.
And
And
you
you
can't
can't
fancy
turn
a
up in...
man that looks like he needs a bath. End of.
Oh, no.
You did? You went out with Swampy.
Who?
You did! Didn't you go out with Swampy?
Blooming hell, Swampy!
Eco-warrior, wasn't he, Swampy?
Lived up the tree,
no,
you
you
know
got
the
the wrong one. He was
No,
on the
it was
tree.
Kate.
Exactly.
No, it was Kate Thornton.
She went out with Swampy.
It was Swampy. And it wasn't Swampy.
Swampy had lovely values, don't worry. He was a bit grungy,
just
but
very
he was
dirty.
lovely, he was dirty. All right, we've met one for...